fully invested, a hit or miss. In this moment I feel like two separate energies coexist. Vibes got us in the right spot, drunk off the Henny mix.
Yo, I go by Egg, that's E.GG. Also a representation of Elevation for the Greater Good. 1/3 of 3P, Fourth Quarter Records, independent label out of Winnipeg, Manitoba.
You PICASSO, producer, songwriter, creative director. You already know.
If I really know how it feels to be stressed out in the back of my mind while I was trying to get this pressed out, stranded in the
production-wise, it's basically just the R&B. You know, a lot of 808s, different sounds, and revolving around his sound, his rapping style.
There's a lot of different genres you can apply to like this sound we're trying to curate, right? But I think mainly, yeah, if you want to like put it in a box, it's really on an R&B level, very different from a lot of the more, you know, golden era hip hop shit we've been doing. But yeah, like me and Lado just have a really good a good idea of how there's a bit of cheese you want on records. When it comes to R&B, you want it like there's that. I'm not saying like corny shit, but I'm saying like there's that bit of like a vibe where it's like, you know, kind of it's reminiscent of music like within that lane, right? But I think we've just captured a really good balance between having you know, him on the production and really like, you know, as the ears of it, and then me bringing in the writing to it. So it's just yeah, there's like a lot of things that we've taken from, but mainly I think what we've just tried to do the most was just solely be inspired off of each other's work. So, you know, him hearing the writing and me listening to the production on those levels, that's where I can say I don't think it really stems from other things influencing it.
I was inspired by where I came from. It's more like a hip hop. So when I started producing, it's more like the MPC. It's more like sampling vinyls, you know, and then it just translated into the R&B thing, because I felt like that was more of me, and so I just kept doing what I do, you know, getting inspired by the new artists and mixed with basically the 90s and the 2000 R&B, and it's just a vibe, you know. You just create the vibe basically.
It's not just music that should inspire you to make music. You should always be able to recycle these ideas, or, you know, and all these things, but like so many things that take from how we approach music, how we create music. Like I could say traveling has been a huge inspiration to my music, or you know, being in moments and capturing moments with like whoever, loved ones, or, you know, whoever, and those minuscule things alone can just even complete a full record for you, right? But if it comes down to it sonically, like there's great music out, and that's inevitable. There's always gonna be great music out, but yeah, it's about still digging for that music. And if those certain records you know, resonate with you and they stick with you, then of course that's gonna be kind of in the you know, back of your mind, be like, okay, I kind of want this type of vibe, this type of sound. How do we go about, you know, like achieving that sound? But with me and Lado, it's not like difficult. I think there's just like this understanding where, again, it's just strictly being inspired off of whatever each other has been working on as of late, you know? So it just makes the process a lot easier. But I can probably speak for the both of us and say that, like, even just generally, like, the music scene in Winnipeg has been able to inspire us to like reach this certain point that we're at right now. I'll tell Lado one week, I'm like, yo, I got some shit. I have some shit ready. And I get to the spot, I'm like still writing it, you know what I mean? Or like whatever the case is. But we almost seem like unprepared, but it's very organic, that almost being unprepared ends up being the better way to do it, because then it's not it's not this like structurized like thing where you're ruling the organic nature behind it out. Like you can't, and that's why I'm saying, as a writer, for me, like I hate being classified as whatever. Like, I'm a writer. I write music. You know what I mean? But the thing is, what I'm saying is, like, it's funny that, you know, we constantly will go, like, as artists, we'll constantly go into these things knowing that there has to be some sort of preparation that we need to do this. Like, this shit isn't easy. But when the one thing is, every person I've worked with, producer or, you know, artist, whatever, they've never felt that there was this idea of having to be structured, having to have this certain, you know, thing that we need to, like, produce in order for it to fucking go. We need to go. Like, fuck that. That's not even the point of it. Because if you work with me, there's an organic nature behind how I work, that it shouldn't involve any type of, like, yo, man, you know, I'll send you the record, you take it home and do this. Like, I've done that before, but also, like, me and Lado, I mean, we've done that.
We don't force shit.
We just don't force it, though. Like, and yeah, that's why it just gets, it's funny, because when we go into the studio, it's always just like,
it's just a vibe.
It's a vibe, yeah.
That's
it always works. It always works. There never has to be a plan, and if there is a plan, we're always ready to adjust if things change. So, like, adjusting, being able to adapt into these environments, right? Like, you're working with people with different mind states. How they listen to music isn't necessarily the same way that you're going to be listening to music either, right? So, yeah, just taking all things into consideration. Also knowing that, like, prior to working with Lado and anyone I've worked with, speaking based on my behalf, but I've always spoken to people prior to even talking to them about their music or anything that they've done musically. I've built a relationship with them prior. I feel like that's more important to me, because, like, at the end of the day, if you don't make music, it's all good. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. If you fuck with me, it's the same way. You know what I mean? The energy is reciprocated, but I'd rather know. That gives me an idea of how we should build. If I've built this relationship with you, you know, and that's why, you know, me and Lado, our history is great. Like, from not knowing each other to then building a friendship to then now being in the studio together, it makes everything so much easier.
I don't wanna waste your time. Cause I don't wanna waste your time. Cause I don't wanna waste your time. Cause I don't wanna waste your time. Living fine, sipping vino. Body speaking all dialects. She ain't for me pushing that kilo. Linking digits like Keno. See shorty photo op out in Rio.